Right, episode 76. I was way out last week, so you were right.
What were we on last week, apparently?
I thought 77, but we were on 75.
Oh, shit. Okay, so
you were right.
Yeah.
Well done. I was wrong.
Flipping egg. I can't remember.
It's been a long time.
How are you?
I'm all right. I'm good. We're back.
We're back.
And smiling.
We're alive, mate.
Just
We're
about.
alive, yeah.
4 seasons in the fucking day of weather out there today.
Mate, when we were sat in the car outside as well, that was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
I was just walking to him. I was oh, there's Dan. And by the time I got to Dan, it went from blue skies to cloudy
Like an
to
Eskimo
rain.
knocking on my window.
And I was like, fucking let me in that short space of time.
But yeah, Taylor, welcome back.
Hey, dude.
We've got our very own Taylor with us today.
We have.
It's nice to be sat over here in this corner rather than that corner.
It's nice to see you sitting there rather than sitting in the corner. So yeah, welcome back, mate.
Thank you. It's a pleasure as always. It's like it's an
It's
honour.
for us as well.
Yeah.
It's nice with the blue light behind you as well.
It's a bit sassy, isn't it?
Yeah, it matches with the shirt.
It does.
It's good.
It
And
does.
my
We
eyes.
just probably look like we're arms and just the head.
It's like a green screen, but for shirts.
How you been, dude?
I'm all right. I think I'm a little bit annoyed about the whole weather as well. Like everyone's got a little bit excited, didn't they, the other day? I mean, you were talking about on that episode, like, you know, seeing people, if anything, it's you that's jinxed us. You know,
piss
seeing
off.
people
Don't put this on me.
It's the
in
fish effect again.
shorts, women in dresses. Next thing you know, like my
This.
walk to work, it was like hailstones at one point.
Yeah.
Like 50
Snow.
miles per hour bloody winds.
Yeah. I was saying to Vish, I've been back and forth Birmingham a couple of times today, and it's like every time I've gone down the M6, it's been different weather. Just rubbish. I'm like, it's fucking April nearly. Come on.
Come on, man. Exactly.
You can tell it's coming up to Easter holidays. Kids are off.
Kids
so
are
it's like, yeah.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere. Everywhere's waterlogged.
Colds, the lot.
That's good. They
Pneumonia.
can
the
stay
lot.
inside then.
No, it's
Oh,
not
for
because the
you.
parents know. Climbing the walls by the end of the 2
Oh, well.
weeks.
I got kids, so.
Your
But yeah,
poor life
mate,
choices.
Thank you for coming back in. We like our chats, and you know we have lots of chats off pod, which
Off pod.
off pod.
Oh, wow. That's a new one.
See, yeah, we
That's a
keep
new one.
throwing these
Yeah,
things
yeah. No, I'll take that. That's a good one.
But yeah, it's just nice to get you back in, and we can have a proper catch up because you've been busy.
Yeah.
You've had a lot of changes, shall we say?
Yeah.
We're not in our old place, as everybody knows, but yeah, we're
Yeah.
new place under new management.
Yes.
He's
yeah.
in charge.
It's been a lot. Like, I think, you know, you guys have kind of seen it from the get-go in terms of, you know, the stresses that has come with it, the studio, the management, the hiring. Like, you see it, I'm a bit of an open book when it comes to that. Like, and I can't really keep my mouth shut if anyone asks me a question. I'm like, wow, I'm glad you asked. Yeah. But yeah, so it's been wild, I think. And I'm only just getting to that kind of level playing field where no doubt something's on the horizon.
Yeah, something come along to fuck it all up.
Yeah, which I'm kind of preempting. Like today's the first day, actually, like I've took propranolol for the first time in probably, well, since this year.
Yeah.
Because it's like something is,
Spidey senses are tingling.
but I don't know what. Like I don't know if it's just obviously classic anxiety.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's just there's a lot of like overwhelm, anxiety, but it's I don't know why we worry about stuff like this because we've got a whole back catalogue of stuff that proves that we can do it. So
Yeah, and that's it's that toolkit, isn't it? You've identified it, and you can think, right, I'm going to plan ahead for this a little bit and get ahead of the game. So
yeah.
no, I'm with you, mate. I've had a fortnight like that. I'm just like, fuck.
We spoke about that pretty something similar in the car.
Yes.
About, you know, you kind of like plan for shit. You think that everything's going to be okay. But the thing is, you work yourself up for no reason as well sometimes.
But I think that's the annoying thing about anxiety because it's like you'll get to a stage where I've got this under control. I'm journaling, I'm doing breath work, I'm outside doing a walk, like, you know, I'm okay. And it'll be the tiniest little thing or then email or a thing like from a client, a friend or whatever, like a message. And you'll be like, why it's all gone to shit. Like, what is the point? What is the point?
That reaction.
I was saying to Mish in the car, I was there yesterday. The last couple of weeks, we had stuff going on outside of Back and Forth and everything else. So my anxiety levels will be up there. I've got to the point I can't stand being around people a minute. And I'm like, get me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Kids had parents' evening yesterday at school. So I'm sat there on tiny little chairs, fucking really uncomfortable. Oh, just get me out. got that out of the way. It's all right. Just need to pop to the cart and get some bits and pieces. You only want some milk to make a fucking coffee, and it's rammed. And I'm like, oh, and I could feel myself going,
agitated.
yeah.
it's the worst I've known it for a long time. But like I say, and it's we talk about in the car. It's you're worrying about not worrying, and it's weird.
Yeah.
Like you say,
Or you
nothing's
get to a
happened,
stage
and
where
you just-
like you're creating the problem yourself. Like you're allowed to be happy.
Yeah.
Things are allowed to be peaceful.
Yeah.
Like, and I've noticed that multiple times I either completely catastrophize or I'm worrying about scenarios that there is absolutely no way are going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, so like, why is this happening?
fuck out of my head.
Get out of my head.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of the time when everything is going normally, there are things that go wrong. When you're given something or something you know is going to be perfect, it's too good to be true. So you start thinking of things that could go wrong before we've even fucking got it.
Yeah.
You talk yourself out of it.
Suspicious.
Right?
This is going a little bit too well.
Yeah.
I think you get
Let's create a problem.
Yeah.
you get conditioned to thinking something is going to go wrong, and you're thinking, I don't have luck like that. Things are bad, and you automatically assume the worst possible things can happen. You're kind of like, actually, dickhead, it's your chance to have a bit of a run of good luck, and that's where we are. I mean, Vish knows what's going outside, but I'm in a position. I'm like, it's going to happen, but I just want it to happen because until it does, I'm not slept at night. I'm not like, my head's going round and round in circles, but
Yeah.
it'll work itself out. It's all
Always does.
Yeah.
It always does.
But I mean, the thing is, I think acceptance comes in a lot with this. Of like, you know, if something's going to go all right, just fucking go with it.
Yeah.
Just go with the flow.
Enjoy
because-
the highs when you
Yeah.
can.
Because we've said this time and time again, especially a lot this year, you can't control something that you don't know what's going to happen to, right?
Yeah.
If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. You can never control an outcome, especially for the future.
Yeah.
So don't worry about something that's not happened.
Yeah.
It's true. I think acceptance is the big word there because you can either live in the past and not accept something or not accept something that isn't, but like you've just said, like you don't know if it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So you might as well just accept like, where you are right now and be like, okay,
Yeah. Make the most
yes,
of
it's
today.
happened.
Yeah.
You can't change it. You don't know what's coming next, so we can't be worrying about it. I mean, we're sat here like, yeah, this is really good advice, like crippled with anxiety. But it's good to talk about it because it makes me feel like I'm not going mental by myself. Yeah, so
But-
appreciate it.
I was listening to another podcast and they had a very similar conversation. It was like, Jen says at mealtime, you're really good at giving other people advice and telling them what to do.
Yeah.
Why don't you fucking listen to yourself? Record it and play it back to yourself because you don't practice what you preach.
We do every week. You
Yeah.
fucking listen to your episode.
Well, to say, you're saying this in this room of like, I've built up a career doing exactly that, stopped it for a year, and then was like, well, actually, no, but I can't, I'm not listening to that. I'm not, no chance.
Yeah,
So we never listen to our own advice.
No, absolutely not. Because, we don't want to told you something moment, do we? Oh, that's the bit I don't like. You think, you dickhead, give yourself a kick up the arse, but you don't like that told you so minute.
Yeah.
It's, doesn't sit right. I was sat there, mate. No, I was doing we had the kitchen sink last night doing the breathing thing. I was doing the squares. So I had my fingers and breathing in and out, holding my breath. Jim's like, what are you doing? I need to fucking calm down. So I'm trying to breathe and I don't know what's going wrong. And I'm like, sound like fucking Darth Vader by the kitchen sink. All right, shit, I'm going to go and watch some Catherine Cooks and shit on my iPad. I'm going to go on the Xbox. And I spent 4 hours shooting on the Xbox.
What did you play?
Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah. That's therapeutic.
Yeah.
That's the
Nothing like shooting a 10-year-old kid in the head. Just, you know what I mean? Just escapism.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then get the round of abuse
it.
afterwards. Fuck you, man.
Fuck you.
It's the little things, isn't it?
Yeah,
To
it
get
is.
you through.
It is.
It's a coping mechanism.
Absolutely. Yeah. I revert to a 12-year-old boy.
But something you said there about listening to your own advice, it's something that I do a lot of now. I'm not saying I'm really good at giving advice. I think I'm okay. And I had a call yesterday from a friend who was going through some shit. And I asked him the question of, what would you ask yourself? Or what would you tell yourself to do? What would you tell me to do if I was in that situation? And he kind of understood where I was going with that, take your own advice. Because he was giving it out. And he listened. And I got a message from him this morning. And he's feeling much better because he has. The simple thing was journaling. And I was like, write it down. He goes, I'm going to text you what I'm going to write. I was like, you don't need to, but if you want to, you can, because I don't want to read it. Come on, let's be real. We can read shit at work all day. But realistically, it's for him.
Yeah.
But if he wants me to read it, by all means, I will. he felt better after he did it because he put himself in a situation where he did something that made him less Christian. But when he explained the scenario to me, I was like, actually, he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, but everyone's saying that. And my pastor said the same thing. I go, your pastor's right. And you're telling someone who's not Christian, but you know the difference from right or wrong, right? Just because you did something which you feel that isn't right, in hindsight it is, because you did something to protect yourself. And I think that's the important part of it. I won't go into what happened, but it was horrible.
Okay.
But after the conversation, he felt lighter, and he was lying down, he was in bed, and I was like, get your ass out of bed. Do that for one. It's nice outside. Not now.
Yeah.
Not today, then.
Awful advice.
But yeah, get a cup of tea, cup of coffee, or water, whatever, and just have a bit of a breather. Go for a walk. I go, that will make a big difference. And write down how you feel. And that's something I do now. You know, so that's the advice that I'd given myself. And when shit had gone wrong a few months ago, I gave myself a lot of advice. And Dan actually said the one thing to me, which was, you can't control the outcome of everything. And why worry about it if it's not happened yet? And that's exactly the advice I've taken. And I've given him as well. So I do like to think with certain things, you do take your own advice, but it depends on what it is.
Definitely.
It really does. I mean, with you, obviously the last couple of weeks has been crazy, right?
But I keep saying that though. But it's like it's not just the past few weeks.
Yeah.
Like every time like you come in, I'm like, oh God, what a week. But like if you actually think like this is like your 75th, 76th like episode, like that's 75 weeks of like, can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
You're like, so what point does it stop being a week and start being a life?
Yeah.
But you're spot on with the advice thing, and I think it's a really powerful tool in terms of like practicing like being present. Because when you are so focused on the past and the future, you're missing out on like kind of what's happening right now. And I think that, especially recently, has been so apparent to me. Like I was so worried about all the stuff that had gone wrong. I was missing out on the stuff that's actually gone really right. Yeah. I was so worried now, obviously being a business owner and like doing all this business shit that we have to do. Like I was worrying about like, I don't know the terminology.
He's new to the game.
Yeah,
I understand that very well, mate.
Exactly.
I get it.
It makes perfect sense. And it's so like I'm worrying about all of that kind of stuff, and I'm like, well, actually, I'm missing out on all the stuff that's happening like right now. Yeah. And it was, well, to be fair, it was a complete game changer. I've been toying with the idea of bringing back the Waffle Shop for probably months. Thought about a new idea, developed it, had it all designed, recorded the pilot episode, and was like, something doesn't feel right. Something like, as a concept, I was like, yeah, that would do well. But I was like, something doesn't feel right. And then, so I reached out to Ellie, who hosts You Look Happier.
Yeah.
And I was like, will you just sit down with me and have a chat? And like, cause she works in therapy. Like, obviously she's a podcast host. Like, I thought like, if someone's going to give me the kick up the arse, it'll be her. And I was like, well, I'm free on Friday, the 6th of March. Would you mind coming in? She was like, absolutely not. I completely forgot that was the 6-year anniversary of my first ever episode ever going out.
Wow.
And it was just one of those things of like, what's going on?
Yeah,
like, why was that like that? Because I hadn't thought of that. Yeah. And then when it came to like me, I was sat in the corner of the room, like just going back through like memories and stuff, being like, you have missed out on all of that. Like, because you're so like, what's next? What's next? What's next? But, like, I hadn't appreciated all the stuff that had happened to get to that point, like the live shows, like the producing the shows, like, and then it was like Ellie saying like, well, I only did a live show because you did a live show. And it's like being at your first live show, like it's insane. So like you really have to kind of practice that kind of like acceptance and being present, because it completely changed the trajectory of my year, I think, the 6th of March, by just sitting with that, like, and allowing yourself to be present, be proud of your journey. It doesn't have to be as like dramatic as what I've done, but even if it's a case of like, well, you started a new gym plan, or you started, you know, doing something that was for you, like it can change the trajectory of everything. Yeah. But like be proud of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a male thing. I don't know if it's like a British thing. I don't know if it's like a human thing. Like, we don't give ourselves enough credit sometimes for the journey, regardless of the good, how bad it is.
It's that human nature thing, isn't it? Like you say, you're very quick to praise somebody else and tell them how well they're doing, but you've got to take that minute and take stock and just think, do you know what? I've done a fucking good job of this as well, and put a little bit of praise on me for 5 minutes.
Yeah. And it's not from an ego point of view as well. Like, I think it can get like really lost in that when you are starting to do a little bit better than what you were. Like, it doesn't have to be like mentally, financially, business, career, but like it can just be doing mentally well, physically better.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to allow yourself to want to be better and do better without that fear of like, oh, that person's going to think this, that person's think this. So I've had it all. Like, I've had family members outright call me like a Z-list celebrity, and it's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, that's not what any of this was for. Like, we should be championing like people's journeys and like that, all of that. But when there is kind of like adversity, or kind of however you want to look at it, being thrown at your way, it can stop you in your tracks. Yeah. And I feel like for a huge period of time, probably close to 2 years, I stood in my own way. And it was, the 6th of March, I was like, no chance. Like, was not put on this planet just to do this. So I was like, right, get back and do the one thing that got you through all of the shit in the first place. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't be here without it. We wouldn't be sat in this room without it.
Right.
So it's like, what? It's, it's good for you, so why are you not doing it? Yeah. And I've literally, apart from today's been a bad mood day. But ever since
the weather's
the weather. But ever since I've been like, right, I'm ready now. Like, I'm ready again to be, I don't know, me.
Yes.
You do kind of forget, don't you?
100%.
When you're doing everything for, I know it's work. Thing is, when you're enjoying your work so much, it just becomes work, and you forget that enjoyment. Yeah. But there's also the moments where you should actually not only just recognize what you do, but appreciate it as well. Because once you start remembering those things, you know why you're doing it in the first place. Yeah. Right? Yeah, it does pay the bills. Fucking hell, if the money's great, But you're doing it because you love it, right? Yeah. And if the passion is still there, that's why you're chasing the next goal, because you're passionate about it. Yeah. You just kind of got to strip yourselves back.
Like, from a personal point of view, as soon as a monetary value was added to the thing that I love doing, that's where everything changed for me. Like, this was a hobby. It was like the thing that I love to do. The next thing I know, like, I'm opening a studio, I'm editing, I'm producing, I'm doing all these things. And I was like, what? Like, not that I didn't ask for it, but obviously it was supposed to happen. Otherwise it wouldn't be happening. But it is that kind of like realization of like the joy was being slowly stripped like away from it. And I fell out of love, started to hate it. And I was questioning absolutely everything. Whereas, as I said to Layuse before we hit the record button, obviously I'm back editing now. I'm back doing the thing that I'm good at, like I love to do. Yeah. And it has been a game changer. Because I'm like, why did I ever stop this? Like, why did I ever step away from it? Yeah. Obviously, hindsight is a beautiful thing, but it's that kind of like, if you've got something, a passion for it, as you said, or a love for something, and it puts a smile on your face, don't let go of it.
Yeah. Well, you could see it. I mean, again, off pod. So I'm getting that in again. Off pod. back in the old place. I'm starting that.
Trademark.
Hashtag the shit out of that. So back in the old place, you could see it when everything was like coming to a head, and you could see it. You were sort of disappearing behind the screen, and it was. But then when you got that sort of kick again, that buzz, you could see it in you coming back out, and we noticed it, and we said, it's starting to be Taylor again, because you could see you were like, oh, I'm going to do this, we're going to move here, or I've got this planned, and you kind of like, that's
I think that's the sad thing as well, and it's one of the things that actually came out from that episode. Like, I didn't know what that first episode was going to be. It was literally just me sitting down with Ellie talking shit and see what came out of it.
Welcome to our world.
Every week. I was in it first. But that version of Taylor that started the podcast, yes, he's still me. I don't know why I'm doing this.
It's got an old third person.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm absolutely losing the plot here. But I didn't have a fucking clue who I was before. I thought I knew who I was before everything happened with my mom and the podcast. But then obviously on that journey of talking to people, like opening up about different things and being vulnerable, admitting that I was scared, like all of that, like I found out just how resilient, how capable, how much of a nice person I am, which for me to say out loud is weird because I always feel like I'm the villain in quite a lot of it because obviously past experiences. But I learned who Taylor was from that podcast and like waffling and doing all that kind of stuff. And then it's interesting that you said like I kind of like fell behind the screen and started, because that is exactly what happened. I was like, well, that's not who I am. That's not what I enjoy doing. So I did start to lose huge parts of my personality. Like I went from being Taylor to like the podcast guy or the mental health guy. I was like, but there's so much more to me. There's so much more to life than just those things about me. So then when obviously the business started to like take off, I was like, I don't want to be known as, like, obviously it's great for business. Obviously if you want a podcast, obviously I'm here, but there's more. There's so much more to you, your life, than your job, like your career, like, and that's what really started to scare me because I was like, I'm losing myself to a job that I kind of didn't ask for in the first place.
I think it's a weird guilt thing as well, because if you commit to the job or whatever it is that you're doing at that time and you don't commit, you feel guilty. But then, like you say, if you lose track of where you are and you miss the present, then you get the guilt afterwards for missing that as well. It's a horrible situation to be in because I don't know which way I'm pivoting from left. Where am I going and what am I doing?
It's funny you say that actually, because I knew you as the podcast guy before I met you.
The podcast guy. But this is what I mean.
And I don't know if you remember, one of the first conversations we had was that I was told by someone that you do a podcast for me free of charge.
Yeah.
And I was like, and you were like, what, really? And I was like, yeah, that's what I was told. Only because...
Who said that?
I'm not going to say it now.
Name and shame.
But I told you at that time. But it was, and you do kind of get labeled. I get labeled as a marketing or the merch guy. I don't mind that because that is what I do. But
in our defense, there is worse things to be called.
Yeah. I get called.
We'll take that.
I get called you worse.
He did in the car. But I think when you are in a particular job and you do that, that's what you are labeled as, which is fine. It's when you're completely lost in that, you do forget who you say you are. You said it yourself. I've done it. Like there's times where not anymore. Now I am very 9 to 5. Usually after here, I'll go back and do an hour or two because I've missed out. But very 9 to 5, very regimented. Now, so outside of those hours, I can be Vish. Yeah. In those hours, I can be whoever you want me to be because it's my job. But I set up to throw my personality in. So going back to things that I used to love doing, which was talking to customers and actually building that relationship, building that friendship, building that rapport, is so important. It's lost now because everything's done by emails.
Yeah, it's all from
WhatsApp. And it pisses me off because I'm like, I actually want to know a bit about you because once you know more about me, you're probably going to like me more. Yeah. And not just think of me as the merch guy.
You have to be careful with that though, because when you are going from kind of like the mental health waffling guy, okay to talk, of course it is, we'll forever champion that voice. I have found myself, especially when I started to kind of network and go into like business kind of rooms, I've been in networking events, stood in front of people whilst they're breaking down in tears because I'd understand, because I'd get it. And I've had to really set a lot of boundaries. The reason why I'm in a bad mood today is because I really had to set a boundary with a client who was just outright not appreciating a single thing that I've done. And it's like, I will allow it to a certain degree, but I need to learn from this. Like, it's not technically on the client, it's on me to learn from the fact that, well, I need to kind of communicate that in terms of, you don't have my personal number, you communicate me via email, like this is the process, this is what I expect. I will always do what's expected of me, but I expect like a little bit of respect back. So
agreed.
You have to kind of, like, it's such a tricky one. It's the same with like the platform when it started to explode, like early days, I had to take DMs are always open out of my bio because I was up till like 3-4 in the morning messaging people like back. And I was like, so as much as like everyone else was like, oh, this is doing well, I then started to do worse because I was like, well, I wasn't sleeping. I was then carrying the weight of everyone else's stuff, which is I don't know, it's a tricky one to navigate, but I do think like, I don't know, I agree with you. Like, I really agree with you because I'm a people person. I love to see like the whites of people's eyes and like, you know, what makes you tick and all that kind of stuff. It's important.
Oh,
but
my
it
clients don't have my
scares me.
personal number.
Yeah, it scares the hell out of me.
Yeah.
with
It's
that kind of
hard
stuff.
because you do have to set those boundaries. And I think once they are in place, you do feel better. That's why I only do 9 to 5. It's exactly why. Because actually, the police, when I used to do a lot of merch for the police, I get phone calls at 7, 8 o'clock at night. At the beginning part of my business, I was like, I'll take it.
Yeah,
But then I was like, I'm getting fucking tired all the time.
yeah.
You know, just because they're doing shift doesn't mean I have to.
Oh, what I want to know is who was working at that time of night to ring you first.
Fucking
Ask
dickheads,
about
mate.
merch. There's
You'd
nobody
be
in the office at that
surprised,
time of
mate.
day, I can tell you.
Oh, this is Essex.
I don't think that was. I'll get that.
Moving on.
Whoops. Drop the clanger. But yeah, I don't now. Obviously, the police don't have much money now to buy merch. But back in the day, it was any time.
Yeah.
And fire and rescue. So you get them whenever they had the time. Drop an email.
Yeah.
I'll be like, just drop an email, pick it up when I'm back in.
You have
but
to.
you do have to set those boundaries.
When we set Back and Forth up and I did the Google page and everything else, and you put on there your opening hours, and because we were like a charity, and I'm like, well, we're not a business, so well, we'll just put it open 24 hours a day, and then you're getting phone calls and text messages at 2 or 3 o'clock, and we're like, yeah, this has to fucking stop.
Yeah.
There's a limit, and again, you know, we can do so much, but at some point, I need home time. I need to spend separate time from this. So yeah,
Well, I think it's like you need to be you. Like you've just summed it up like incredible, Vish. Like you allowed your like self time to be Vish.
Yeah.
Outside of, you know, being the merch guy. And I think it's the same, regardless of like your career. Obviously, I imagine yours is a bit more demanding, doing what you do and being obviously the face of the charity. But I mean, we've had like conversations when it's been on the other side and you've been like, no, I need time off with, you know, Jen and the kids. I need like to do something because it's too much. And it can consume you. Yeah. So you do need to be careful.
Yeah. The personal limits are whatever it is you're going through, there has to be that. You have to be able to say, right, at this point, I'm stopping doing my 9 to 5 or whatever it is, and I'm being me for a couple of hours.
You have to clearly communicate that to the person as well, because you can have these boundaries, but if they don't understand that, they're going to keep going at it.
Yeah, just expect. Hello,
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, you answered me last time. Well, I don't anymore. All right.
But that's also, again, a problem because when you're so used to being the people pleaser and like going above and beyond, obviously you don't want people to be in a shitty situation. But then when it comes to actually putting your foot down and saying no, because so many people are so used to getting a certain version of you,
Become the villain.
you're the villain, you're the problem. And I've faced it so much over the past like 6 years in this whole kind of like, since the podcast really. And there's still days where it's like creeps in where like today, for example, it's like, I feel like I've done something wrong when I haven't. All I've done is communicate something that I feel disrespected by. And I shouldn't be feeling bad about that. If they can't understand that, then that's on them. But if you stick to your guns and if something has made you feel a certain way, like you need to talk about it.
You do.
Because otherwise it's going to keep continuing and you're just going to keep kind of feeling guilty, feeling like the villain, and that's not okay for your head.
Or you end up taking more and more and more on and not being able a chance to do anything about it. And at some point, you're just going to explode. And whoever cops it is probably not the person that deserves to cop it. And it's like, oh, shit. And then you feel twice
It'll
as
be
bad.
that 12-year-old boy on
I've just shot on Call of Duty.
Fuck you! But then it also affects the quality of your work as well, doesn't it? Because if you got too much on, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You are, because you just don't have enough time in the day.
It's so unhealthy.
It is. I mean, bear in mind, I've been doing my business, it'll be 16 years coming up. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Did you say why?
That's a lot of merch, man.
It is. It is. 16 years. So I can comfortably say that I'm really, really set with my boundaries now. I know when I got to cut off. I mean, after 5 o'clock, if the phone goes and it's my office number, it doesn't get answered.
Yeah.
Because it's 9 to 5. It says on the website, it's clear as day. It says on my auto signature. You know, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's a really good client of mine that I know is the conversation going to be really quick.
Yeah.
If it's like a quick convo, can you just send this over to me tomorrow? Because I do a lot of work for like one of my clients does stuff for Disney, Pixar, Warner Brothers, and he's probably the only client I would actually take a call off or a message off because he's very clear in his briefs.
Yeah.
It's like, this is what I need. Can you do it can you send it over to me tomorrow? Cool. Fine. He knows I'm not going to action it then.
Yeah.
But it's out of his head, and I'm like, fine, I'll just forward it to my inbox so it's there in the morning.
No, that's actually really useful, to be honest, to hear that.
Yeah, it's
good to talk, isn't it?
you can see the cogs turning out.
Yeah, is that right?
yes.
Okay.
I have experience.
Delete everything. Delete everything. Close the studio.
That's us looking for a new place next week, mate. I'm glad we're doubling up today.
Shit.
You've just
Fucked us out of there.
There's a time for Easter. No chance. I love
But
it. So much.
it was getting back to the podcast, mate. I enjoyed listening to it again because, again, you have all the experience sitting in that chair and you do what you do and you've guided us to where we are. But then when listening to you doing it, that's part.
Yeah.
That's a massive part, and you can tell. We say all the time when you have the conversations, you're having that therapy yourself, and you're getting stuff off your chest. You can listen to it, and that first one back with Ellie, I was like, that sounds more like Taylor.
Yeah. It was just, there was a lot of life that was lived last year. Like I started the year being like, fuck it. Like I'm doing everything that, not necessarily I've always wanted to do, but like I worked myself to the bone the year before. Like I think even like it got to a stage where like really dramatically I was having like nosebleeds from like stress. Took a dramatic trip to Bali. Like I was sat on the beach in Bali editing
our
your podcast.
Yeah.
And it just got to a stage where I was in such unhealthy kind of like habits and just not taking care of myself. So at the start of last year, I was like, fuck it. Like you are having a year of you. I was single. I was just like booking things left, right and centre. There was like 1 week where I was in Manchester on a Sunday watching Pitbull. Thursday, Beyonce, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Saturday was like some festival in Victoria Park. And then I actually went back the day after to another festival, like at the same thing, but it was like a different name.
Yeah.
It was a bit silly because obviously I'm not spring chicken anymore, so it did hurt.
My knees wouldn't fucking cope with
Yeah.
that.
So it was a lot. I definitely got my steps in that week.
His knees were just creaking just by listening to the story.
My chest did get that. But it was that like, no, I'm going to do something for me. Like I've worked my ass off for so many years. Like I feel guilty about spending money on myself. And I was like, it needs to kind of like change. Then obviously there was a lot of life that came with that, like learning about money, like my kind of like relationship status kind of got really murky. I was accused of breaking up a marriage. Like there was a lot that kind of went on.
It feels like it needs an EastEnders.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
But that's what I mean. A lot of that was going on, and I was holding it all in. I like obviously I spoke to like a few friends about it, but then I was like, I got to a certain point of understanding who I was, sitting in these chairs talking about life, not just mental health. There's so much more to life than just what was experienced when I went through what I did. I was like, well, how else am I going to learn? Like I sit like telling people to talk for a living. Like, this is what you do. This is how it can impact you. And I just shut up for a whole year, really. Yeah. And it got to a stage where I was like, no, all this needs to come out. And yeah, the 6th of March, I think it will forever be a very pivotal moment for me. Like it holds a very special place in my heart now, the 6th of March.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? It's just something will happen. An anniversary will fall and something good will happen again.
Yeah.
Kind of like there's some higher plane.
There has to be. Like I say, we're actually having a conversation. We were in Manchester yesterday. Like the whole kind of like team was. We've been working on a project for the police wellbeing service, developing this app. Like I did a load of voiceover work for it. I've been producing their podcast for like the past 6 months. And we were in a taxi on the way to the train station. We were having a conversation about like, it actually came up about 9/11. Like the guy who invented Family Guy was supposed to be on one of those planes.
Right, okay.
And he was drunk, hungover, didn't get on the plane.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of like mentality today. And then we got onto that conversation and I had this kind of like, which happens a fair few times of this, I get really like clammy, my chest gets really tight. And I was like, all those years ago when I thought that when everything happened to my mom and life just went to absolute shit, I was at rock bottom considering whether I wanted to kind of continue. And now, again, 6 years on, I'm now sat in Manchester working with the police force on something that if I hadn't have opened up, if I hadn't started talking, I wouldn't be sat where I'm at.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's coincidence. I don't know if it's like red string theory.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is. I don't know. But it goes back to like kind of like the initial point, like you can't cling on to things like that because it will hurt inevitably. Like you do need to let go, but be present, enjoy it, enjoy the process, not just be focused on what has happened, what it might or might not happen. But like just enjoy the ride because there has been moments like that I was like, and the 6th of March, that was like, what the fuck has happened here? Like it's mental, but it's so easy to dismiss those kind of like milestones. Again, doesn't have to be that dramatic, but it could be like, oh, I didn't realize like you just said, you've hit a huge milestone in terms of listeners, like numbers. Oh God!
By some fucking miracle.
Only just got over that. But it's you have to celebrate the milestones. So I think that makes you really kind of like appreciate it more. It's the same way as like, you know, kids celebrate their birthday. We should be celebrating ours as well. Like it's a thing. Like, you know, it's, I don't know. I've been in my feels a lot about that kind of thing lately because I'm just like, it's so easy to be moaning about like, oh God, this client's done this, like this has gone wrong, that's gone wrong. But the stuff that I'm moaning about now, that version of me 6 years ago before I even started the podcast, dreamt of doing some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I just gave myself goosebumps.
That was just...
I'm narcissistic.
On our next week's episode.
Me.
But it all comes back to that putting praise on yourself. And we have to get better at doing it. Because 2 minutes a day of some recognition of what you've done, what you've overcome, and where you can get to makes those shitty, horrible moments.
What are you grateful for?
Mine, to be honest, is a long list. Jen and the kids, obviously, top of the list. But I suppose it's certainly in the last sort of 2 or 3 years we've been doing the charity, because I was at a point similar to yourself. I'm like, I don't even know if I want to be here anymore. This is the end for me. People will be better off without me. And then you go through and read other people that are going through shit. You're like, do you know what? We should fucking do something about this. And then you get that little buzz and you get that little bit of a kick up the arse. And then, you, like you say, 3 years ago, this was never a thing. This was just a stupid fucking idea of getting people out walking and talking. And look where we are. So, that for me, like I say, wife and the kids, and then the charity. She'll probably say the other way around. But, that's where I am.
Fair play.
Fish?
I got a couple, but first and foremost, my parents, massively grateful for those guys. They're like I just love seeing their faces every morning, every single morning. You know, it just
I don't know why it doesn't make me well.
It's getting me. It's getting me there as well. You know, so just yesterday, so I absolutely adore my mum to pieces because like my dad's amazing, but when I see my mum's strength. You know, we whinge about the littlest things, like the fucking tiniest thing. Oh, my toe hurts. But then
My knee hurts.
Shut up. But my mum, she's gonna be 80 this year, and she is just amazing. Like, I watched her walking up the stairs yesterday, and I had to turn around because I thought if I carry on watching her, I'm gonna break down because I could see how slow she'd gone. But at no point did she whinge about it. She was really, really slow getting to the top of the stairs. And that kind of broke my heart a bit. But at the same time, I was really proud of her for showing me strength, you know, giving me that oomph, that, come on, if I can fucking do this, you can stop whinging about little things as well. Yeah. And it's true. Because this also leads me to the other thing I'm grateful for. And this can sound really, really strange for me saying this. I'm really grateful I felt ill last year. I'm really grateful for that because it's gave me a new lease of life and it's made me appreciate things in a way that I never thought I would. Little things. You know, happiness, control of my own health, my own strength, my own outcomes.
Yeah.
You know, there's things that you can control. You know, and you know when things go wrong, you can't. That's just what it is. And I know if I didn't go through any of that shit that I did last year, this year would have been a completely different start for me. Because I went through some fucking crap, and I'm still smiling. And that's because I know how to deal with shit. So there's two major things that I'm really grateful for: parents and falling ill. Sounds weird, but it works.
But it works.
Not at all.
Yeah.
But I think there's one thing you do need to kind of take, I guess, or accept. I think you both need to be grateful for your own kind of like willingness to kind of like persevere, you know, whether it is health, whether it is, you know, what you went through, the stress of running businesses, charities, like you still continue to like get up and kind of like push forward.
Yeah.
And I think there will be a lot of people that listen to this. Like, well, I see the numbers. I know how many people listen to this. So grateful that they've got something now weekly that they can tune into, and it gives them that little bit of peace of mind when they are, you know, in their world, the shit is hitting the fan. Yeah. So, I'm grateful
I'm definitely proud of this guy, for sure.
Mate.
I mean, I've seen the shit you've been through, and look, he just turns up.
Got it on,
He turns up, and it's a good example to lead.
Got it. Nobody else is going to do it, so you just have to.
I'm fucking gonna do it. You do, so I'll do it. Someone's gonna be here. Exactly. But what about you though? Because
I won't be doing it.
Hey?
Oh, right.
Definitely not.
No. Thank you, but no. Boundaries. No.
Office off.
Similar to yourself, like I'm very grateful for my mom. Like I wouldn't have anything I have now if it wasn't for her. I wouldn't have the career. I wouldn't have the outlook on life. Like I wouldn't have anything. I wouldn't have been that version of Taylor even before everything happened without her. So 110%. Like obviously she was the most incredible fit woman, and her life changed like that.
Yeah.
So whilst I've got like, you know, use of my legs, whilst I've got kind of like a good head on my shoulders, like I need to seize like every opportunity and just go for it, because we don't know how long we have got left.
Nope.
No.
So we can either get to that stage of, you know, regretting something that we have done, because I'd rather that than regretting something that I haven't.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's sweet. I like that.
I like that.
That we've just all said love plums here.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we don't need to do anything.
Yeah, let's
I
slag
don't
people
think
off
so.
now.
Right,
I've had direct feedback that I need to keep this upbeat and loud.
Yes. Have you got any spuds this week? We've had a nice 5 minute.
I've been banned from saying house shit, right? So I'm not doing that.
I told you, mate, you've had 3 weeks of it.
Yeah.
Find something fucking new.
I actually don't.
I don't.
I don't.
Oh,
just the weather. That's it. Bye. Done.
That's it.
Well, you've got no...
No, I've got stuff going on that Vish knows about,
right,
which we can talk about after it's happened.
Okay.
Okay. But that's definitely a plums.
Okay.
But love spuds.
I've got one, but I can't talk about it.
For God's
That's
sake.
just it.
This is the worst thing.
It's like having fucking
that you
will
can
back.
say. Yeah.
I'm doing this in homage.
Yeah.
Teaser.
Okay.
Yeah.
But also,
I've got something, but
a lot of listeners who listen to
Do you
this.
just want me to? Okay, I'll tell you one. I've still got this cough from fucking Dale, and it's March.
Still?
That's it. There you go, Dale.
pussy.
Wasn't that from the old studio?
Yeah.
Yeah. Disease Dale, that's his new name.
Yeah.
He's been called worse.
Yeah, I'm sure he has.
He has. I've got footage.
You'll sell it for the right price.
So there you go. There's my spud.
Have you got spud?
I
Apart
would
from
say,
today being pissed off.
apart from today, no, I'm not going to go into today because
so
I'm
he's
kind
doing
of
it now.
processed it now.
He's doing it now.
But what does
Pass the
wind me up,
torch.
you kind of touched upon it earlier about when you said you went into the co-op. So I made the decision, this is such like a,
Segue.
30-year-old problem to have. But I've switched up my day to go shopping from a Monday to a Sunday because I thought it'd be easier to do my weekly shop on a Sunday because for some reason every man and his dog did it on a Monday. The first couple of weeks I was like, oh, it's not too bad. Like I can get in, get out, do what I need to do. But now for the past like 3 Sundays, it has been like, it's like people are preparing for the end of the world. Like, why is everyone out on a Sunday? Mother's Day.
Forget about it, mate.
People are in the supermarket with their mums,
Buying them something.
buying them something, but doing their weekly shop.
Yeah.
I understand routines are important, but fucking hell.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm just getting that like I don't know.
No,
like
I'm
that
where you are.
internal rage of like just
I can
get
feel your
out-
rage.
Yeah, I can literally. I can tell I am because my hands are getting like very
Do you know what I used
fist
to
like.
love? You know, in Tesco's, the big Tesco's, used to
That-
open
that's where I do my
24
weekly
hours.
shop, yeah.
We used to finish, generally I'd finish work 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
and do the shop then because it was fucking
Dead.
dead. There was nobody in there. Now it's like, no, I can't do
Yeah,
it.
regardless of what time you go out.
Yeah,
now.
it's fucking rammed. But
Actually,
thanks
do you
to
know
Donald.
what? On new
Donald's done this.
Tesco, on
Yes.
the Tesco thing. So I thought again to speed up the process, I've started using the south little thingy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So you get all the way to the end, you're like, oh, buzzing. Like I know what's coming. I can get out, and everyone else
I
is
know
still
what you
queuing
mean.
up.
We needed to come and
They have to come and check 17 items, 17 or 18 items.
Yeah.
There's a big queue still in South. Like I'm now. I'm
They're
stood there.
probably
It would have been
moving faster
quicker
than
for me.
you.
Yeah, it would have been quicker for me to queue up.
And they don't just scan the 17 items on the top. They have to rummage
They
through
have
and
to
get
rummage
the
through.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So just get on with it.
And you get kind of like fat shamed sometimes because sometimes I hide all the. I don't know if you
The
do this when
chocolate
you go.
syrup at
Yeah,
the
at the
bottom.
bottom,
Yeah,
and you
the
put
monster
like
munch.
you put the salad and like the healthy
healthy
looking
stuff
shit
on
on
top.
top. So you know if you walk around Tesco, people are like, oh, he looks after himself. And it's just hiding the Kit Kats.
Fatties
and- So yeah, there's a few things actually.
Yeah,
Other
yeah.
supermarkets are obviously available, but
Yeah.
God, it's starting to wind me up.
I said that we were having the conversation last night about why I was feeling so triggered and why my anxiety was. I said, I'm just getting fucking old. I don't like being around people,
Yeah.
and I've just accepted that now.
Yeah.
My tolerance for people is.
It happens. See, I used to be massively social, and I kind of don't like people. I like dogs.
Yeah,
I like dogs, but I don't have one.
we had an assistant dog in here the other day, and you can't touch them.
No, not
Well,
when they're
what's the
working.
point?
Yeah, not when they're
I
working.
was just sat there in the corner looking at this dog. I knew it wanted to be petted. I weren't allowed to.
me.
Yeah, weren't allowed. Yeah.
Yeah.
What does while we're speaking of, can I have another plums?
Yeah.
You're having
Fill
that
you-
one as well.
well, you've not been on for a
Okay,
while, so
Yeah,
fill your boots.
exactly. Yeah, building
Plum
this
away,
up.
plum
Yeah,
away.
plum away. You speaking of age and stuff. Like obviously, I don't have children or a lot of responsibility really, other than this business shit. I keep getting this like real kind of like urge to like do shit that I should have been doing in my 20s. Not
Fucking
like,
do it.
but not like bad shit. You know, like just like
Steal a Mars bar.
Like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like to cook
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
weekend.
running through the fields of wheat, doing the whole Theresa May thing. But like, I just not necessarily going out and getting drunk, but like, I just want to go out and get drunk sometimes. Like, you know, just having like that bit of like, obviously dancing. Like, when was the last time you danced?
Every Monday.
He's salsa king, isn't he?
Salsa, come with me.
Stop it.
Do you
Do
wanna
you
come?
actually?
Yeah.
I do hot kettlebells on a Monday. What time do you do it?
It starts at 7:15, 7:30.
Okay.
Fuck the hot kettle shit.
No,
Just
it's
come-
good though. It's really good. I moan about
Salsa
it.
dance and salsa dance is better.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay.
See, yeah,
But but I think it's important. It's all this kind of stuff that we get to a certain age and we forget that, you know, dancing, going out, socializing with your friends. Like it almost, obviously I know it gets a bit more difficult, like as you get older, whether it's like cost or family shit or whatever it is, but just let off a little bit of steam.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be like going out and getting pissed or like stupid o'clock in the morning, but like, that's why I'm buzzing. Like the sun's coming back out. It's like festival season. Like,
Do you know,
not
it's
to
some
say
things
don't
like
have
that, you know, it really does make you feel pumped, right?
Yeah.
I went to this R&B night on Saturday night,
yeah,
orchestra thing at the Empire.
yeah.
Fucking awesome. Absolutely awesome. And I don't drink anymore. And I kind of forgot that you don't really need to go out and get smashed.
You don't have to.
It's just going out and enjoying.
It's live music as
It
well, being in that kind of like almost like that community
Yeah.
of kind of like sense of it's not just you, everyone's there to have a good time.
Yeah.
And it is funny to point and
Yes.
laugh at people that are smashed.
Yeah.
So you look like a dickhead. I'm gonna remember it with no sore head in the morning. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you are right. Just do it.
Yeah.
If you have an urge, do it.
I think it's so important. Yeah.
Come with me on Mondays.
I will actually start penciling that in.
The new cycle's starting in
Yeah.
a couple of weeks. I'll tell you when it is.
But you have to wear like,
No, you just wear normal clothes. None of these like high shoes
hats.
and that.
yeah.
Or do you want to wear that? If you want to wear it, you'll be the only one, but you can still do it.
Well, I've been, you know, looking after myself doing
We
hot
were just saying,
kettlebells, so
Do it.
Yeah.
yeah.
And he hides his
Listen.
chocolate at the bottom of the trolley.
I'll get you some chocolate.
Yeah,
Listen,
thank you.
so they do a salsa party every month.
Yeah.
It's like a social night.
Yeah.
So people of all skill levels go. So you can go and get trash there if you want.
Oh, I was in salsa dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like Doritos and dip. Oh, sorry, mate.
Mate.
Sorry, I'm out.
I'm gonna drag you around.
Is that what you wanted, Jen?
Is that a
upbeat enough for you.
Brilliant.
I love that.
That was fun. I
Yeah, I
enjoyed
think
that.
a six-pack
That was
back.
good. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot else we can say.
There isn't. I think we're.
I think there's one thing you can say.
We can say it, and it's that time of day.
Oh, it is. Do you want to start?
He knows it as well because
Yeah, fucking
he fucking does.
he better know it. He better know it. Well, on that note,
See
you
Next.
Thursday.
Way. We fucking did it with 3 people.